Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see Maharashtra State Board Class 10 Science 2 Chapter number 6 Animal Classification. And today we are in the last part of this particular chapter. In our previous three videos already we have discussed a lot about the animal classification, various kingdoms, phylums, their characteristics, all we have seen. Except one phylum, chordata, rest all we have already covered up. Now this particular video belongs to the phylum chordata because the phylum chordata is further classified into three different subphylums, and one of the subphylum is further classified into six different classes. So that all we are going to see in this particular video. So we will just begin with it. The first phylum chordata we will discuss over here, that is the they have the supporting part in the body, and that is called as the notochord. All chordates are included in the same phylum. Phylum chordata is classified into three subphylums, and that three subphylums we are going to see over here. And the important characteristics of the phylum chordata is the notochord is present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Then the pharyngeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any developmental stage. Single tubular spine cord is present on dorsal side of body, and the heart is present on the ventral side of body. Now let's go ahead towards the subphylums under the phylum chordata. The first subphylum, that is the Urochordata. It's a marine animals, body is covered with a skin-like test or tunic. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming, and notochord is present is only a tail region of larva. Hence, they are called as the Urochordata. Larva, that is the metamorphose into adults after settling down at bottom of the sea. Generally, these animals are hermaphrodite. Examples is the Herdmania, Dolilum, and the Oichloblorea, etc. The next subphylum what we have to discuss is the Cephalochordata. These particular animals are small fish-like marine animals. Notochord is present throughout the body length. Pharynx is very large and contain gill slits. These animals are unisexual. Example is the Amphibia. The next phylum what we have to discuss, that is the vertebrate or the craniata. In these animals, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. These animals, they have head very developed, then the brain is protected by the cranium. Endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Some chordates are jawless, which are called as the agnatha, whereas some are with jaws, and they are called as the cyclostomata. Now this particular subphylum is further classified into six different classes. The vertebrata is divided into six classes, and they are as follows, in that the first one is the cyclostomata. These animals have jawless mouth provided with sucker. Their skin is soft and without any scale. Paired appendages are absent. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. Most of the animals are ectoparasites. Examples are like petromyzin, mycin, etc. The next class what we have to discuss is bison. These are cold-blooded aquatic animals living in marine and fresh waters. Body is spindle-shaped to minimize water resistance. They have paired and unpaired fins for swimming. Tail fin is useful as a steering organ during swimming, means to change their directions. Exoskeleton is in the form of scales, and the endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Respiration occurs with the gills. Examples like rohu, pomfret, seahorse, shark, electric ray, and stingray, etc. The next one is the class of Amphibia. This particular animals They are strictly aquatic during larval life and perform on the aquatic respiration, whereas they can live in water as well as on land during adult life. And that's why their name given to them as the amphibian. And they perform aquatic as well as the aerial respiration. They have two pairs of appendages. Digits are without claws. Exoskeleton is absent. Skin is without any derivative and usually kept moist for respiration. That helps actually them to respirate in the terrestrial part. External ear is absent, but tympanum is present. Means external ear is not there, but the pores or the holes are present to listen. And neck is absent, eyes are prominent with eyelids. Frog, toad, salamander, etc. are the examples for this particular class. The fourth class what we have to discuss is the reptilia. Reptilias, according to these scores of animals, evolution of these are first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. These are cold-blooded, creep on the land as their body cannot be lifted up. Their skin is dry and scaly. Neck is present between head and trunk. External ear is absent. Digits are provided with claws. Examples are like a tortoise, lizard, snake, etc. The next class what we have to discuss is the Aves. These vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. These are warm-blooded, that is, they are maintain their body temperature constant. Their body is a spindle shape to minimize air resistance during flight. Forelimbs are modified into wings. Digits are covered with the scales and bear claws. Exoskeleton is present in the form of the feathers. Neck is present between head and trunk. Jaws are modified into beak. Examples like a peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. And the next class what we have to discuss is the class of Mammalia. Presence of mammary gland is a typical character of Mammalia. These animals are warm-blooded. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Digits are provided with the nails, claws or hooves. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur. Examples elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc. So this is all about the classes which are present in the phylum chordata. So this is all about what we have for the animal classification, and this completes your chapter number 6, animal classification.